The second theory is that law of diminished EQ marginal utility. That is what LEMU, law of EQ marginal. EQ means equality. When a consumer is getting an enough level of income, he is dividing that income for different type of goods and services in such a way that the level of satisfaction deriving from all the product are equal. We can see the examples like a consumer having 100 rupees, he may divide the for different type of goods. For example, something 30 rupees for a notebook, 20 for another coffee and snacks, another 50 for some other type of purchases. So these three type of goods we are buying, among these three type of product you are buying, we are getting equal satisfaction when we are comparing with the price factor. That is what we are giving as mu of x divided by price of x is equal to mu of y divided by price of y. See here, in this x and y are two type of product where we are getting equal level of satisfaction. These two theories are coming under the concept of cardinal utility. Cardinal utility. That is the first part of utility analysis regarding cardinalism. The second thing is that according to psychological concept of utility, utility is a psychological variable that cannot be measured in terms of number. It can be the mental stage of consumer. See, mental stage of consumer after consuming the product. Utility is a mental stage of consumer after consuming the product, or a change in your previous level of consumption and post consumption level. For example, you are going for a movie now. There is no more movies in malls. Assume that you are going for a movie now. So before entering the theater, what is your mood? What is your mental status or mental state, what do you call a mental level? After completing the movie and you're going out of this theater, is there any change in your mental perception or mental mood or mental stages? That change is only because of a particular movie. When you're sitting in a theater, is there any physical product? Nothing. You are sitting in a theater and just watching some pictures, emotions, videos, getting some 3D voice or whatever you are getting through your ears. So what is happening? Mixing of all these intangible variables is creating a level of satisfaction. So utility is always giving us a mental stage of consumer after consuming the product. For example, before having a tea and after having a tea, you are getting a change in your level of energy. So that energy is getting changed because of that particular tea. According to this theory, utility cannot be given as numbers, but we can think about rating or ranking. That is what known as the concept of ordinal. Here, there is only one theory for utility analysis, that is what known as indifference curve analysis. What is that? Indifference curve analysis. See, we can just check the picture. Indifference curve means there is no difference. When a consumer is having X and Y two type of product, in this two type of product, consumers are not feeling any more differences. That is what we are getting a downward sloping curve. There are three indifference curve. Curve 1, IC1. IC stands for indifference curve. 1, 2 and 3. In all these indifference curve, consumers are deriving equal satisfaction. For example, depending upon your purchasing power, ability, we can have 1, 2 and 3. So indifference curve is the locus of combination of two commodity that yield or derive equal satisfaction. Repeat, locus of combination of two commodity that provide equal satisfaction. So indifference curve have some properties. See, you can just check that particular diagram. See, indifference curve have some properties. The first one is that it is downward sloping from left to right. Indifference curve is downward sloping from left to right. The second one is that indifference curve is always convex to origin. See the shape of that particular curve, it is convex to origin, not concave. Concave is opposite, right? This is convex to origin. The third one is that two indifference curve never intersect each other. Two indifference curve never intersect. It is going parallelly, never touching. The next one is that highest indifference curve always representing high level of satisfaction. See, 1, 2, 3. Among that, the highest one representing high level of satisfaction. The last but not the least, that is what known as marginal rate of technical substitution, MRTS, which means we are always giving a feel of give and take. If you need more mango, think about sacrifice of orange. If you need more two gains, think about sacrifice of something extra. So that is what MRTS. One is substituting in terms of another. That is what we are getting a downward sloping figure of indifference curve. These 5 properties are important regarding indifference curve analysis. Yes, moving on to the last part of your second module regarding utility, that is what? Consumer equilibrium means always it is a intersection between budget line and indifference curve. So through the available budget, consumers, see, we can just note down that when the consumers are expressing their budget line, for example, they can purchase two type of goods with an amount of 1000 rupee. That is what the budget line, indicating with a straight line which is from x to y. So here, what is indifference curve? The level of satisfaction of consumer. So where is the point at which indifference curve is touching with the budget line? There are 3 points, A, B, C. Among that, where is the highest level of satisfaction? That can be the second one, B. Where in the second indifference curve, consumers are getting more level of satisfaction with the available level of income. That is what most important regarding the peak point of consumer equilibrium. There are 3 points, A, B and C. Among that, B is the apex point where we are getting a high level of satisfaction. That is what known as consumer equilibrium. So the idea is that when you are giving a limited level of money factor to purchase something, we want to get high level of satisfaction. Available income, high level of satisfaction. We can easily attain A and C because A and C is touching on the first factor. See, B is the only one point at which we can touch about the higher level of satisfying factor. That is what the second indifference curve. Here, the third one is the best. There is no doubt that the third one is the best one. But because of income factor, we are unable to. So, with this available limit, we can attain the higher level of satisfaction on the point of B. That is what known as consumer's equilibrium. So, regarding utility analysis, there are 2 types of concept. One is cardinalism, one is ordinalism. Under cardinal, there are 2 types of theories. One is law of diminishing marginal utility or LDMU, and one is law of equal marginal utility or LEMU. The second part is about ordinalism or indifference curve analysis. Only one theory, that is what? Indifference curve analysis or IC. So this is the brief idea about your second module. That is, the first thing is about demand analysis, then the second part is utility analysis.